After watching Verzuz, I just realized Birdman just said drunk uncle or aunt that you have at the family reunion when they get up and start making announcements, they start wilding out.
I ain't doing no tripping, bro. You hear me? And I want to straighten something up. Birdman. I understand our language, you feel me? But I got to say this. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Y'all know y'all can't fool me when y'all want to fool me. And I just want to leave it at that, man. Like we got to stop sending out these mixed messages to people because y'all, you know, don't do that. You know what I'm talking about? Respectfully. You feel me? You know, like we ain't going to do that. You know, respectfully, man. But it's all love, though. We ain't doing no tripping over here. It's big YNT, man. You know, YNT.
Say Broad Peep Gang, October 25th, Las Vegas hit a different vibe, complex kind running full throttle, but every conversation circles back to one thing, Verzuz has returned. After a long break, the platform stepped back onto a live stage with a matchup the whole South been waiting on, No Limit Records versus Cash Money Records. The announcement hit earlier in the month, no rollout, no campaign, just a date, October 25th, and those two logos side by side. That was enough. Within hours, the tickets started selling out. Everybody and their mom was saying they should have done it in the city. You can't do CMR versus No Limit and not put on for the city. People saying flights from Louisiana and Texas, as well as other places, was jammed with fans. Vegas filled up with camo jackets, gold chains, throwback jerseys, and the energy of two dynasties built from the same streets. Inside the arena, setup finished hours before showtime. Stage split right down the middle. One half gray steel, the other red and gold. LED walls, loop shots of New Orleans blocks, album covers, and tour footage. Security thick, the air electric. When the lights cut, the room explodes. The visuals flip from the city skyline to the label logos, and the sound system hits that first beat. Both camps walked out to a roar that shakes the seas. No introduction needed. The crowd already knew what time it was. Verzuz won 20 rounds, no judges, no scoreboard, no rules besides play your beat and let the people decide.
On March 24th of 2020, in the middle of a global pandemic, mega producers Swiss Beats and Timbaland appeared on Instagram Live together for an unannounced head-to-head song battle, kicking off what is now known as Verzuz. Two legacy artists, producers, or songwriters face off against one another by each taking turns playing their hits and telling the stories behind them.
The wild part is the set was called short. Just another reason they should have had it in the city.
So much fucking fun. We ran out of time, so they say, unfortunately, we got like 4 minutes. So we just gonna hit y'all ass with a verse apiece. It ain't me, it ain't them. It ain't Cash Money, it ain't No Limit. But for restrictions, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Cash Money open confident, that bounce, that shine, that sound that ran radio through the early 2000s. Looked so familiar, whole crowd was moving in sync. No Limit answered back though, with that heavy tank presence, hard chants bouncing off concrete walls. Every drop pulled the crowd deeper. From the first few rounds, it's clear, this ain't nostalgia, it's living history. You can see fans losing it, singing word for word, dapping strangers off, jumping in place, sweat dripping, phones flashing. Every track, another memory resurfaced. Cash Money side in his own zone. Man and beats knocking through the floor. The crowd yelling along. Arms swinging, lights blinging off jewelry. No Limit replied with that underground power they built from nothing. Chant-driven anthems that carried the South before radio ever caught up. Midway through, the energy shift. The crowd chanted for Lil Wayne for a quick, hot little minute, expecting him to appear. Camera sweep the stage, but there ain't no Wayne. But anybody from the NO knew that Wayne wasn't gonna show up anyway. Talk spread quick through the crowd and social media about Turk not being invited. To keep it a buck, Turk had some of the best verses on all of CMR's hit songs. Ain't no Hot Boys without Turk, period.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I can't stop her. I'm staying out the comments. Hey man,
all the comments is good in comments on our page.
about we did, you know, had about 6 sold out shows. Then you got my come in and fuck that up. You know what I'm saying? Greed. You feel me? I ain't gonna talk about that neither because that's, you know, that's another story. But I be trying not to speak on a lot of stuff, y'all, you know what I'm saying? But y'all see this shit, man. Y'all see what's going on. I think No Limit won. You know, that's my honest opinion. They was more organized. They was grown up about the situation, you feel me? And if niggas on Cash Money side be honest, they'll say the same thing. You know, I want to be known. 4 songs they played, I was on those 4 songs. They had to skip around my verse, but 4, maybe 5. And they played 10. So when motherfucker go to saying Turk got 1 song, bro, y'all must not be a Turk fan, or y'all don't know no history of what was going on. I had some of the most memorable verses in the streets. See, I missed the commercial side, but the streets all over, bruh, it is what it is, bruh. That's why these people, that's why nigga, everywhere y'all go, y'all feeling it. If you from New Orleans, of course, niggas in New Orleans had they picks and chooses, you feel me?
Just like the slime ball ass nigga he is, Baby instructed his people to cut off all Turk's verses. That right there was some sucker shit, you dig? Toward the end, Baby stepped forward and spoke on it, confirming Turk wasn't invited. Reaction was loud and disrespectful.
When I met Blood, I just was trying to do something different in the game. I had started this shit young. I was a young man trying to get some money and not be in the streets.
Do Brian Baby B. Bubba got Alzheimer's and dementia or something, bitch? Cause dog, this sound like the same exact shit that he said on the Louisiana Fest. I was a young man when I came in the game, raising other young men. Like, man, Baby getting old as bro.
I met BG, I met Wayne, I met Juvie, I met Turk.
See what I'm saying? Just sitting here naming all them hot boys like we know them bitches, dog. Like we ain't been listening to them bitches for the last 30 years. The man got Alzheimer's, bro. It sounds like he trying to remind himself. I met BG, Wayne, Juvenile, I met Lil Turk.
Fans processed it, then refocused on the stage. You can clearly see the shock on Mia's face and the disgust on Juvenile's face. Full time, Baby thought he went with his move, but nobody was feeling that shit. Backed that ass up, sent the building into chaos. The floor literally trembling under stomping feet. All the females in the audience was cutting up. He and No Limit rocked the crowd when they performed Make 'Em Say The place turned into a riot of hands waving, voices rapping word for word, cameo flags waving in the crowd, the whole arena bouncing. Both sides kept pace through every round. Cash Money leaning on Juvie, No Limit pushing raw street energy from all of the artists that showed up to perform and support P. Each drop met with screams from the audience. You can feel history unfolding. 2 eras, same city, same heartbeat, same streets. By the final stretch, nobody was sitting down. The lights split gold and silver, smoke raising off the stage. The camps crowd the front edge, the crews yelling over the monitors. The energy too big for rivalry now. It's all about respect. Last track hits. Trip part is the founders didn't meet at the center of the stage. No handshake, no acknowledgement, just silence. Cameras catching it from every angle. The crowd still screaming long after the music cuts. No official winner announced. That's how Verzuz was planning from the jump though. Word on the streets was that's the only way they got both sides to agree. With shit like this here, the people decide. And that night, inside that arena and across them live streams, the crowd made itself clear. Online feeds lit up instantly. Comment threads, live chats, clips reposted within minutes. Social media crowned No Limit the winner. Posts pouring in from fans, artists, and outlets all saying the same thing. Tank rose strongest in Vegas. Inside the venue, the noise didn't stop. Fans chatting, waving banners, rapping lyrics on their way out. Security moving slow though, because no one wants to leave. Stage lights dim, but the energy keeps the crowd turned up. That's where the night ends. Las Vegas, owned by 2 New Orleans empires, bias, no trophy, no judges, just music, energy, and a crowd that made the call themselves. October 25th, 2025, the night the South ruled the desert and No Limit stood tall and destroyed. Cash Money